One of the most important things within my work is a feeling of kind of simpler times, of childhood nostalgia. I had a wonderful childhood. It was spent a lot outside, and I love seeing my children experiencing those same joys. It's important to me to have, this feeling when I'm looking at my images. And a lot of that has to do with light, mood, atmosphere. Light to me is everything. If you don't have good light, then the image just kind of falls flat. I mean, you can capture a great moment, but if you don't have that nice light, it's just a sweet memory maybe or whatever, but it's not like, wow. When Profoto reached out to me, they're like, oh, we want to, work with you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll, shoot with these, artificial light and, try to make it work and see if we can make it look natural. But I'm thinking there's no way, and it was like right off the bat. It just was incredible. To be honest, when I first looked at the images, I was just blown away. I wasn't expecting it to look so natural. And the first big moment for me was when I was shooting down in my basement. That was incredible to me because, first of all, I've always wanted to shoot there, and I've never been able to because I just never could get the light right. I didn't have enough natural light, and then when I would try with artificial light, I didn't like the look of it. My ISO had to be bumped way high, and then it looked grainy, and it just didn't look good. And so when I used the A1, I couldn't believe how natural and soft the light looked. So it was just beautifully soft, falling on my son really nicely. I was getting that like moody, romantic light that I love with the A1. Another moment that I was truly amazed was when I recreated golden hour light with Archie in the fire truck. When I took the, had an off-camera A1, and then, I triggered that golden hour backlight with the A1 on my camera. I was getting that beautiful haze in the background that I typically love to see and achieve, that last hour of the day. With the A1, I don't have to be dependent on that. I really also enjoyed doing the still life because that's just something that I find really therapeutic and calming, and the light was just beautiful, and it was such a quick, easy setup. I mean, it was just like, boom, as quick as it would be using natural light, and I got the shot that I wanted. So with my post-processing, this has made it way easier to edit my images. So if I was shooting without this and then I had to edit the image, it would be a huge hassle because I'd have to work with lone highlights, underexposure, and maybe on my subject. All of those things, it would take forever. So this is nice because it's really balancing my image. I was able to maintain detail in the background, not have those highlights blown, and then have nice light falling on my son. I think my absolute favorite moment was the last session with the boys, washing the dog and the bubbles. I was getting really beautiful light, and they were having so much fun, and they were all in the frame. It was like all of my boys there and our dog. So that was kind of special to me. It was really a huge thing for me to be able to work in really hard lighting situations where I know natural light would have failed me, and how I was able to use the A1 and get that nice light that I was hoping for and capture a great moment at the same time. And this was my first run with it, my first try, and it was so easy and so quick to use. I don't take on a whole lot of client work, but to be able to, talk with my clients, and if we have, bad weather one day, where maybe it's cloudy or it's not ideal, to say to them, not to worry, not a big deal, because, and I have this, artificial light to work with that's going to produce beautiful natural light. I just don't feel limited to certain times of the day that I can shoot because of the A1. So it's really opened up a lot of doors for me. I just feel so much more capable of working in really tough situations that I normally would have never been comfortable shooting in.